afternoon. ¿Es un pantoja o pantoja?
Flamenco is not a music that you go to the school and learn the scales, or like Berkeley in California or any school, you know. You learn the music and you're home with your family. When you are very small, you are listening to your father and your mother and your brothers making music and your neighbors. So it's why it's a way of life. Because it's why we don't know music, because we learn the language of the flamenco. It's a language. When before I start to play, I know all the rhythm of the flamenco. I know everything about flamenco, the feeling, the message. Flamenco is very, very much involved with the gypsy mentality, gypsy life. And the gypsy has a particular feeling. In the flamenco, we make, it's a way between jazz and classical, you know, because we have composition, short composition we call falsetas. We play one rhythm, bulería. And that rhythm, you play a falseta, is a short history, you know. You have to tell something with that falseta. And it's finish, and you play again rhythm, you know. And the rhythm is a lot of improvisation. But the falsetas is a composition. Sometimes you change in the moment some things in the falseta, but the improvisation is that you go to the stage with a singer, for example, and you start to play bulerías, and you don't know what he's going to sing, and the singer don't know what you are going to play. This is not a composition, you know. You play one falseta, he play one cante we call to the voice, you know. And this is a kind of improvisation. You know, that time when my father wants that I play hard, I feel and I see in my home, my house, that we need to get money for eating, you know. Survive, you say, survive. And I see how my father suffer to bring money home. And I want to be a good player soon and fast to help my family. That was my first motivation as a musician. And when the stomach was full, so my motivations start to be other motivation, you know. I realized that I was a musician. And to make full the soul is much more difficult than the stomach. The stomach is very easy. But from that time, I am trying to make full my soul, and I didn't get it yet. Duende is a Spanish word. Duende means inspiration. When inspiration comes, it's a kind of duende. Garcia Lorca, the writer, used very much that word. Duende is for everybody, you know. Duende, I think, making an interview, you can have duende if you get inspiration, not like me now. But when you get inspired speaking, you can have duende, you know. Inspiration, you can say beautiful things, beautiful meanings, words. Inspiration is for everybody. Before I go to stage, I have a lot of tension, you know. Adrenaline has to come every night, and from this level I have to go that every day, and this really is hard at my age, you know. But in another way, I need to do that because it's a way to still alive. Because if I stay home, sit down on the sofa and watching television, I will go very fast to be a very old man. So I'm fighting with my own nature, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my music because maybe my father put inside of me the feeling that you have to be perfect, you know. Nunca estoy contento. I'm never happy with the music I play. Maybe when I am composing, I have a few minutes when I compose something nice that I feel very happy. But I listen it at the next day and I say, this is shit, you know? Kind of personality that is not good for my health. It's a very difficult instrument, you know, really difficult. Because it depends of many things, of how long is the nerve, you know? If I have the nails a little bit shorter, this one than this and than that one, I start to play and I start to make mistake and I don't know why. Because it's minimum, you know? It depends of the nails, it depends of the nerve system to play. So if you are not relaxed, you get agarrotado. I don't know that word. Agarrotado is tense, you know? It's really difficult. Like if you don't play the guitar in 2 or 3 days, you have to start again. Almost from the beginning, you know? It's really hard instrument. It's what I should like surprise myself. It's what I am trying to do every time I go to make a record, to do something, surprise, not me, surprise to the other musicians, the other guitar player. And it's not easy. I have been the whole life trying to surprise and surprising the guitarist, but every time that's much more difficult because there are a lot of young guitar players who plays very well and they are growing very, very fast. So surprise them, it's not easy. But I'm trying. You know, you have to work. In life, work is very important. Of course, you need to have geniality, inspiration, imagination. But all those things without work doesn't work. You need to work to when the imagination and the inspiration comes, you have to be working, you know. If you are on the bed or with a joint of marijuana or drinking and inspiration coming, no, you have to be working when it comes. You play many concerts waiting for that feeling, you know. When it comes, it's incredible. There is not one drug in the world similar to that feeling, you know, the inspiration when you feel that the hands goes alone, you know, floating and flying. This is a really great sensation that the musician we have the luck to have. Because I was a very shy little boy, and to sing was impossible to do it. You know, my father once says, "I hear that you sing." I was 4 years old. Sing something. I said, no, I am ashamed. Come on, sing. No. And then he hit me, you know, in the ass. Because I couldn't. But what I love is singing. And I play the guitar because she's the protagonist, not my voice. So, you know. But I always try to be a singer playing the guitar. This is the difference between me and the other guitar players. I want to sing playing.